All right, we are back with another pick'em video, and we got two pivotal game fives in the NBA tonight. We're going to be breaking down my favorite plays in each of those games. Ultimately, going to bring you guys 3 player props from those games, and we're breaking down the odds, the hit rates, the matchups, everything that goes into making a solid play. And you guys can decide if I sound crazy or if you think my reasoning is sound. But if you're new around here, definitely go ahead and subscribe, leave the video a like, and comment something down below. And I do have a request for the comment today because the WNBA starts today. I want to show it some love. I thought it'd be fun to get a little competition going on in the comments, and you can get a free month of the Discord if you win this thing. So I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm a huge WNBA fan, but it is something we can bet on and something to watch, basketball to watch throughout the summer when it's really only MLB. If you're wondering what we do in the summer around here, we're going to be focusing mainly on the MLB, but if there's a lull in the games, maybe not a lot going on, maybe I'll throw out a WNBA video for you guys. So the competition is you get to draft 1 player for your points, 1 player for your rebounds, and 1 player for your assists. Whoever gets the total amount, the most points, rebounds, and assists collectively between their team wins this competition. Now, you don't get, if you choose Caitlin Clark, you're not getting Caitlin Clark's points, rebounds, and assists. You can only draft Caitlin Clark's points or her rebounds, whatever you want to go to. So again, you get a player for your rebounds, you get a player for your points, and you get a player for your assists. Whoever gets the most total points is going to win a free month of the Discord. So kind of an interesting way to give out a free month, but it's an easy way to get in here for free. So again, show the WNBA some love. I'll probably be tuning into that Caitlin Clark game tonight. And I think there's 4 games going on, so you got a few players to choose from. But let's just jump right into the picks. Excited about the ones today. Had a 1 and 2 day yesterday that we're going to talk about near the end of this video. No Donna Mitchell last night was a weird kind of curveball for the league. But yeah, we're breaking down our plays from yesterday at the end of this one. But let's just jump into the plays for today, and I'm going to be starting with Caitlin Clark. Now, this isn't a video pick, but they do have a 0.5 free square on PrizePicks for Caitlin Clark, so you might as well take advantage of that. If you're not on PrizePicks, though, use code RichPicks down in the link in the description. It's a little bit easier, and you can get a 100% deposit match up to your first $100, and you're going to get access to this Caitlin Clark free square. It's also Taco Tuesday, so they should have a plethora of discounts happening today on PrizePicks as well. So take advantage of Caitlin Clark, but our real first play is going to be Josh Hart, and I'm going to go to his rebounds and assists at 17.5. I think this is a great bounce back spot, if I can find this, great bounce back spot for the New York Knicks, who just got pummeled in Game 4, but they're back home in New York, and guess what? They actually have some rests. Josh Hart only played 25 minutes or something last game, where he's used to playing 48 minutes or something ridiculous. So, Thibodeau, I think, has run these guys a little bit too hard, but they're coming off, a game that they're actually getting some rest, which they're not used to, and Josh Hart should be charged up and ready to go. So I've pulled up his Outlier page here. If you don't know what Outlier is, it's my favorite player prop tool almost by far here. And you can see hit rates, matchups, a bunch of different data. You can check it out for a free week using my link in the description. It just lets them know that I sent you there, but you're going to see the power of it right here. I'm looking at his rebounds and assists, again, 17.5. This is integrated with PrizePicks, and we know that line is on PrizePicks because we just checked it out. And we're looking at games against the Indiana Pacers, just against the Indiana Pacers. This is the last 9 matchups against them. And it doesn't look amazing, but we really want to be looking at the playoff games. And he's hitting 3 of the last 4 games against the Pacers and really crushed it in games 1 through 3. 21, 22, and 22 rebounds and assists. The only game that he missed was last game where he didn't even come close. 3 rebounds and 2 assists, but that's what happens in a 40-point blowout. These guys just absolutely ran out of gas, and I think it's going to be a blessing in disguise for him. 24 minutes last game. I think they're going to come back rejuvenated, back to New York, and be able to see their normal amount of minutes, which is a crazy amount. But again, you got that little butt whooping and only played 24 minutes. That's going to be a boost for the Knicks coming in and being able to play, a ton of minutes and be a little bit rejuvenated because they were gassed for sure. So I like, a hit rate here against the Indiana Pacers in this series. I do like to see that, but I also like to see his hit rate for the amount of minutes that he's projected to get today. So you can look at the entire year. This is the hit rate for the entire year, 23%. It's really not that bad because when you think about when Randall went out, that's really when he started getting a ton of minutes. So we can take Randall out of the equation here. That 23% hit rate for the season turns into a nice 43% hit rate, which looks a lot better. But then you have to take into account how many minutes he's expected to get today. He's not going to go out and get 24 minutes. He will probably get more like the entire game, 48 minutes like you saw in game 1 and 2. And then in game 3, he saw 43 minutes. Those are the games he's really crushing this line. And if we go over to RotoWire, we can see the projected amount of minutes for this team today. click right here, project minutes, and Josh Hart's projected for 45 minutes, and I would not, expect anything less from Josh Hart today, especially after not playing as much in Game 4. So we can do that with the minutes tab here, and as this goes up, it's just going to get better and better in terms of the hit rate. 42 minutes is a 57% hit rate. Games he's seen at least 43 minutes, 63, 79, and if he's getting all 45 minutes like he's projected to get, this is a nice 83% hit rate. So not only has he done it against this Indiana Pacers team 3 out of 4 games, or 3 out of 3 games that he's actually played his normal minutes, but he's done it the whole season in games he's seen that much time. So I really like the hit rate for Josh Hart. I think they're going to come back. I do think the Knicks go out and win this game. They're minus 2.5 point favorites. I just hope it stays close. Josh Hart gets as much run as he can get, like he usually does, and go out there, be the best rebounder in this series by far, like he has been, and gobble up some rebounds, get some dimes for him, and go out there and win the game. So Josh Hart, 17.5 rebounds assists. That's my first play of the game. It's really not just the hit rate, not just the matchup, not just what I'm thinking. I want to see market value. Where do the other books have this line? And we can see that using the odds jam tool right here. Again, average sportsbooks line, 17.5. That's taking into account all these different sportsbooks that have this line. And the average odds on the over is minus 129.4, whereas the average odds on the under is minus 105.7. So much, much, much heavily favored to go over this line based on all this different data going into these billion-dollar companies. And they're saying, hey, we're going to pay you out a little bit less if you choose the over on our website because we think it's a little bit more likely he goes over. So I do like to see that. The odds are thinking the same thing I'm thinking, and really, really liking this Josh Hart play. Bounce back spot for a lot of Knicks in general, but Josh Hart's going to be the official video pick. And then moving along to the other side of the court here, I'm going to Aaron Nesmith for the Pacers, the guy that showed me that he can rebound the ball and score the ball a little bit. So I'm going to his points and rebounds at 14.5. Really, really liking this play. And he's played extremely well against the Knicks really since last year, and we're going to see that. So this is Aaron Nesmith against the Knicks over on Outlier. How about 9 of the last 10 games going over this line, including 6 of 7 games this year? So I love that he's been able to do this against this Knicks team in general, but he's also been able to do this against teams where he's seeing, a certain amount of minutes, 30, 34, 35 minutes, which is what he's been getting in the playoffs. So I really like Nesmith today. Again, you can see he's had 12 rebounds in that last game, and he only played 24 minutes. So that's kind of been a recipe for success here, as you see the rebound chances kind of climbing ever since the beginning of this series. 8, 9, 12, 15. Nesmith's grabbing those rebounds, getting it to Halliburton, getting it to Siakam in transition, and it's been a good recipe for winning basketball for them, as they've now won it 2 straight, and they really crushed them last time. So I think Nesmith, again, only played 24 minutes last time. He's kind of the energizer on this team anyway, so he should be ready to roll with not a whole lot of minutes in the last game. But also at the same time, I talked about Josh Hart being the best rebounding player in this entire series, but Nesmith might be the best rebounder for the Pacers. Siakam and Miles Turner, obviously the bigger players, but they're not dudes that usually go out and grab 12, 15 rebounds in a game, which just opens up more opportunities for other guys to grab boards. And again, we saw Nesmith grab 12 of those things and in just the last game in 24 minutes. So again, the rebound chances have been growing, and he's been able to hit this line consistently against this Knicks team. If you want to look at 2023 as a whole, 58% hit rate, so I do like to see that. And you can also see the minutes here. It's kind of like a roller coaster. Oh, that's rebound chances. Minutes here, you can see, obviously getting a ton of minutes in the playoffs. Some games he hasn't gotten minutes. It's been blowouts, 25-point loss here, and then, of course, the huge win in Game 5. So he's projected for 34 minutes today. Games that he's seeing at least 30 minutes, this is turning into a nice 77% hit rate. And if you want to look at the last 10 games, he's getting at least 30 minutes, 80% hit rate over here. So he can definitely score. He's out there for defensive purposes, let's be real. But he can definitely score the ball a little bit, and he's shown that he can continue to rebound for this team. If he goes out and gets 12 rebounds, this thing's a shoo-in. So I love Aaron Nesmith today. I think the Pacers are going to play well. I think this is going to be a tough-fought game. He is going against New York in New York, but he's been very, very good against them. It's not just the hit rates, again, not just the matchups. What are these sportsbooks thinking? And again, we can see that on the sportsbook screen here over at OddsJam. Another free trial if you want to check that link out in the description. Sportsbook screen is ridiculously powerful. As we can see, the odds average sportsbooks 14.6, so it's a little bit higher than the 14.5. But yet it's still averaged to go over this. Minus 120.9 on the over, minus 111 on the under. And again, this is at 14.6. Why is it at 14.6? Well, it's because FanDuel and probably some other books already have this at 15.5, and everyone else that has it at 14.5, they're favored to go over, minus 123, minus 120, minus 154 over on Sleeper. So really, really liking Nesmith here. Everything pointing in the right direction, kind of like that Josh Hart line. Anything can happen, but I'm taking my chances with Nesmith today. Go grab some boards for us, score some points, shoot efficiently like he has been. And again, 9 of the last 10 games against the Knicks, he's crushed this line. And then before we jump into our play in the later game, the Nuggets versus the Timberwolves, I do want to quickly shout out the Discord community. So if you're doing the comment competition that I mentioned at the beginning of this thing, the winner gets a free month of this. So this is the Discord community. We're always talking sports, talking props, talking plays. It's a bunch of like-minded people. You get access to me. I'm talking in here all the time. You also get access to a bunch of other people that are interested in different types of sports. Some people are really good at certain sports, esports, soccer, whatever it might be. And again, we're not only talking NBA in here. So we have a lot of fun in here. We're always calling out discounts. As you can see, Chalkboard has a 6-pack discount. This is like Super Taco Tuesday. You can use all these plays, $10 max on all these plays. Anthony Edwards, 35.5 PRA. He could probably drop 36 without the rebounds and assists. So tons of good discounts going on for Chalkboard. But yeah, we have a lot of fun in here. Share your slips, play of the days you can post in here. We have some seasoned chefs that have been here for a while. They're kind of tried and true. And of course, you get access to all of my slips. So again, you can get it for $20 a month. Use the Dub Club link in the description down below and then just DM me, say, hey, I signed up for Dub Club, and I'll get you right in. But you can get in here for free using any of my codes or links if you don't win the competition that I, again, mentioned, the comment competition. But again, PrizePicks, Underdog, Chalkboard, Sleeper, Dabble, they all equate to a free month of the Discord, and DG Fantasy also equates to a free month of Discord. So if you use any of these, sign up, say, hey, use your code, DM me a screenshot, and I'll get you right in. Why would you want to be on multiple DFS platforms? Well, I just kind of showed you. The Chalkboard's doing a ton of discounts right now for tonight's games. Might as well take advantage of those discounts. Underdog has some discounts out for us today as too. Caitlin Clark, Anthony Edwards, Jokic, all these different types of discounts happening. Taco Tuesday on PrizePicks. That's the reason you want to be on multiple DFS platforms. And we're always, keeping each other informed. Hey, there's a discount over here. Hey, there's a discount over here. Those are the times. Those are the days that we want to be attacking those specific platforms. So again, free month, can't really beat that. I get a little bit kickback my way, so I give it right back via free month. But you're also going to get deposit matches, $100 up to on PrizePicks and Chalkboard, $250 now on Underdog, and then Sleeper up to $500. And then Dabble just gives you $10 right away as you make the account. So you can't really beat that. We have a lot of fun in here. Yes, we've had a lot of success. We're not going to win every single day, but our wins definitely have been outweighing our losses over the long term. So check us out, especially if you're at this point in the video. I think you'd have a lot of fun in there. And then moving into our last play of the video, I'm going to Mike Conley, 20.5 PRA, or if you're on PrizePicks, I also really like his 26.0 fantasy score, maybe even a tiny bit more. But we're going to talk his PRA just because most people can get that. If you're not on PrizePicks, you can still use this line. And the odds are slightly shifting. This morning, it was on the under. Now it's slightly favoring the over here. So really, really liking this play before that happened. But as that's happening, it's giving me another reason to go to this even more. So Mike Conley, I got his Outlier page pulled up right here, 20.5 PRA. We can see the last 10 games, he's gone over this in 80% of games. And that's games against the Nuggets. That's games against Phoenix. Really, the only two games he's missed was this 25-point blowout against Phoenix and this 26-point blowout against Minnesota or against Denver. So, the minutes are still there, but if the game blows out, maybe he doesn't get here. But this is supposed to be competitive, 4.5-point game going back to Denver, 2-2 series, whatever it might be. He should get the minutes. He should get the time. I don't expect the blowout tonight. So Mike Conley looking really good the past few games. And how about against this Nuggets team in general? 69% hit rate against this team, including 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the last 8 games. And again, that one game he missed was that 26-point blowout where he really didn't have to do much. So I'm really liking Mike Conley. He's getting that itch for a championship. He can kind of taste it. This is probably one of his final playoff runs. He's going to be in the league for a few more years, but he's been playing extremely well. He's a veteran leadership. It's the playoffs. They can rely on a guy like that, and I really, really like Mike Conley today. So again, playing really well against the Nuggets in general, but also just the past 10 games in the playoffs, he's been able to consistently hit this line. So I like Conley today. The hit rate looks great. The matchup looks great. Again, a team he's played very well against. But the odds are, again, shifting towards this over. And whenever this happens, it's kind of a sign that's saying, hey, this line is probably looking really good. So again, this morning it was on the under, favored on the under. Most of these books were flip-flopped. The under was favored, but now all of these books have favored the over here to where we can see a 20.6. So again, some books must have this at 21.5. Minus 118 on the over, minus 115 on the under. I would not be surprised if this eventually does go up to 21.5 across all sports books. It's looking really good. I really believe in Conley tonight, and the Timberwolves should make this game interesting. This series has been, pretty solid in terms of the Nuggets out of things. Nope, here they come now, tie it up, and we're going back to Denver. So I like Conley for all these different reasons. The sports books are favoring this as well. So those are our 3 plays for the day. So real quick recap, we just talked about Mike Conley, 20.5 PRA. We're taking the over. If you don't want his PRA and you favor his fantasy score, I really like that as well. I just think Mike Conley comes out and has a great game. Nesmith, 14.5 points and rebounds. How about 12 rebounds in game 4 in only 24 minutes? He should see 30-plus minutes tonight, and his hit rate with that amount of time has been incredible, especially against this Knicks. Hit in 9 of the last 10 games. Then we got Josh Hart over 17.5 rebounds. Hey, coming off 24 minutes, he's not used to that. He should have plenty of energy. We're going back to Madison Square Garden. This is a must-win for this Knicks team that's looked really, really good. Now they just look a little bit vulnerable as those injuries start to pile up. But again, had a bunch of rest in the last game. He should come out firing and, rebound like he is the best rebounder in this series, and also throw some dimes like he has been. And then Caitlin Clark, 0.5 points. This is not a video pick, but it is a free square over on PrizePicks. Again, use any of my links in the description down below for PrizePicks, Underdog, Chalkboard, Sleeper, Dabble, DG Fantasy, whatever it might be, and then DM me in the Discord, say, hey, use your code, and you can get a free month of the Discord. And then another way to get in for free, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, a little comment section competition. You get to draft a player in the WNBA for your points, your rebounds, and your assists. So if you draft Caitlin Clark for your points, whatever she scores for her points, that's what you're going to get. If you draft Breanna Stewart for her rebounds, whatever rebounds her get, you're going to get those rebounds. So make your ultimate player the person with the most points, rebounds, and assists for their team wins the free month. I don't know how many of you are going to do this because I don't know a lot of WNBA players, but hey, do a little research, try to get a free month. I thought it'd be a lot of fun. Show the WNBA some love. I'm definitely going to be tuning into Caitlin Clark's game tonight. She's legit. We all saw that throughout her college career. And in the summer when there's not a whole lot going on, maybe the MLB is not going off that day, and we can watch some WNBA and maybe make a video on that. So, that's going to do it for today's video. Hopefully we get some winners today. In terms of who I think is going to win these games, I think I kind of mentioned it, but I think the Knicks do pull this one out in a close one in Madison Square Garden. They're revamped. They're ready for some energy play, and they got some rest last game. I think I've said that about 20 times this video. And then the other side of things, I do think the Nuggets are going to go ahead and win this game at home. Everyone counted them out when they went down 2-0, including me. I had my doubts, but they are the defending champs for a reason, and now they're at home where they've been historically really, really good. So I think we're going to get 2 great games tonight, and if I had to choose, I'd probably take the Knicks and the Nuggets. But that's going to do it for today. Again, check out the Discord if you want to get access to just a cool community. I'm always in there chatting. We got a bunch of people in there active. You can bounce ideas off each other, but also just talk sports. It's a lot of fun. Leave the video a like, comment your team down below that we talked about, that competition. Subscribe if you are new, all those good things. I'm rambling at this point, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.